Ashamed to ask, ashamed to admit, got Jewy questions. This is it. Wise, wicked, simple, or unsure how to ask. We'll open up the books, the ark. We'll open up your cynical heart. No such a thing as a dumb question, okay, that's mostly true. Tammy and Shoshana are here for you. Ashamed to admit, ashamed to ask.
It's everything you didn't get in Jewish studies class.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Ashamed to Admit, a Jewish independent podcast. I'm Tammy Sussman.
Is it my line?
Yes!
I'm just kidding. I'm Shoshana Gottlieb-Becker.
Shoshana Gottlieb-Becker.
Yeah.
You ready for a little game of FMK?
I'm scared. Just because I know what this episode's about and it doesn't lend itself to FMK.
It's a little bit different, this FMK, from your usual FMK. Mm-hmm. Today, FMK stands for, fuck it, let's make it kosher.
So I don't have to rate the attractiveness of foods.
I'm not going to make you do that today. Another day maybe.
Please no.
But not today.
Sufganiyot top.
And that's
next, Freddo Frogs. I'm kidding.
Sufganiyot for our international listeners or non-Jewish listeners.
Donuts. Jam-filled donuts.
Jam-filled donuts. Okay, that's not on the list. So what I've done today is I've learnt my lesson and I've actually prepared.
You understood how games work, so you brought examples.
Yeah, you taught me how games work, so today I've brought in examples. Mm-hmm. There are 3 lots of food items or genres, and you need to choose which one. Fuck it, make it kosher. Okay? If you had the authority to do so.
I think I do.
Yeah, I was going to say, I see you as someone with a lot of authority. I
was out at an engagement party yesterday and someone came up to me and they're like, hey, been listening to the podcast. I'd join your cult. And I was like, that makes 2 people. My wife and Paul.
I was chatting to someone at the Jewish Food Festival.
Oh, yeah, I didn't go.
Last week, I saw Sky there.
Classic.
And someone came up to me and said, hey, I'm the older sister. I'm the one who puts her hand up a chicken's ass.
And with no context.
No context. And I'd kind of forgotten that that's something we had said
so
in one of
funny.
our episodes. It was amazing. I was like, okay. Then the penny dropped. All right. So you ready? I'm going to get my notes out. Okay. FMK.
I'm ready.
Bacon, lab-grown meat, seafood.
I have 2 clarifying questions. Number 1, it is machloket whether lab-grown meat is, I think lab-grown meat is kosher. I don't think anyone says it's not kosher at the moment.
I thought the rabs were still on the fence.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's pretend it's not kosher.
Yeah.
What kind of seafood are we talking about? All of it?
Like prawns, calamari, oysters.
I'm going to say seafood just because it intrigues me more than the concept of bacon.
Okay. Yeah, because Jews have some pretty good alternatives to bacon.
You like turkey bacon?
Yeah.
Also, I'm so Jewish that if I'm in a cafe and they are cooking bacon, I feel sick. The smell makes me gag. I used to work at Dimmicks in the city, the big one, and there was a cafe right above the register. And in the morning, I couldn't work the register because all I could smell was the bacon. And I'd be like, ugh, it's gross.
Did you tell them that?
No, I just put up with it.
Mm-hmm. I'm personally a big fan of bacon. In fact, it brings back core memories of going to bar and bat mitzvahs on a Saturday morning. No, because if a bar and bat mitzvah during the bar and bat mitzvah year 7, if one of those was at the Great Synagogue in the CBD, Sydney CBD, my mum would drive me there and we'd do McDonald's drive-through on the way and get bacon and muffins because my dad wouldn't let us have it in the house.
Oh my God, your mum was like, going to a bar mitzvah at the Great, it's too Jewish. Got to do something on the way to make it less Jewish.
Okay.
I love that for you.
Yeah, she's going to kill me for outing
You're
her.
the only person in the world who's like, bacon makes me think of bar mitzvahs at Sydney's grandest synagogue.
I'm sure there's more. If you're one of those people who enjoy,
I don't think there's anyone. It's you and your mum. That's it.
Get in touch. Sorry, mum. Okay, she does listen to this podcast.
Okay. That's nice of her.
Yeah.
She's very proud of you.
Okay, not after this episode. All right, next lot, FMK, McDonald's, KFC, or Guzman y Gomez.
Ooh, that's hard.
I think I know what you're going to say, though.
I think I'm going to say KFC.
I knew you were going to say that.
I really like chicken and I want to explore chicken in all of its opportunity. You know?
I do.
I love a good chicken wrap.
Okay.
That's like the one thing when I'm like, I'm out and about. I wish I could just get a chicken wrap right now, you know?
Okay. Because you won't eat kosher, unkosher meat out.
Yeah, I only eat kosher meat. Yeah.
I thought you were going to choose that because in Israel they have kosher McDonald's, so you've experienced
Also,
it.
like, I've just experienced a hamburger before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's not often that you get the fried chicken or the chicken, I don't know, tenders.
And Mexican food, I'm pretty sure like you could replicate or
Yeah, we eat tacos at home all the time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, last one.
I like this game.
It
really makes me think.
Yeah.
I like thinking.
Nutella.
Kosher.
Not always, not in every country. Okay, so you have the authority to make Nutella kosher
For everyone.
For
Wow, that's a big
everyone.
responsibility.
Lint balls. Have you ever had one?
Yeah.
Or chewing.
Also kosher.
Are they?
Lint balls, I think they have to be made like in a certain place and then they're kosher.
Yeah, no. So you get
Again, it's that all lint balls ever are kosher.
everywhere
Okay.
for eternity.
Forever.
Because Nutella wavers. Sometimes it is and it's not, then
It's
it
like
is.
oil prices. It's like it's up and it's down. Yeah.
I thought you meant like palm oil that makes it, but
no.
no, you were making a reference to
I was being
smart.
Yeah, I was being modern.
Okay, so Nutella, lint balls, or chewing gum.
I have you're gonna learn something about me.
I love learning things about
I have
you.
TMJ.
Inflammation?
Yeah. So
Everyone has TMJ.
I know. It's
Okay.
just like it's crazy, but I can't chew gum because it makes my jaw hurt. So gum's off the table. Gum is dead to me.
All right, so you're not going with that.
Probably. Oh, that's hard. I think lint balls.
You hate children.
There's more variety. And there are other chocolate spreads that one can eat, like that disgusting dark chocolate, like the hashacha Israeli one. Just eat that; it's fine.
Yeah. So your alternative is all the disgusting things. Think about all the children who
I had to put up with the disgusting things of kashrut in my childhood. They can handle it.
and you
Children
turned out great.
children these days need struggle in their life. They're too weak. It's because they have so much kosher stuff. Someone just goes to Israel, brings them back kosher Nutella all the time.
Yeah.
No, that's stupid.
They don't know struggle
Just like have a hazelnut and a bite of Cadbury. It's the same.
and just put it in your mouth at the
Yeah.
same time. This whole kashrut
Yes.
business is on my mind, Shoshana,
Yes.
because
Because we're discussing kashrut.
today,
Yeah.
I'm ashamed to admit that I hate kashrut.
Why do you hate it?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't. It's just I'm ashamed of it. I don't know much about it.
Okay.
Beyond the stuff that you learn in primary school, beyond there's meat, there's milk, you shouldn't have it together. Something about an animal's hoof. It's hoof. I don't know. How do you pronounce hoof? Something about its hoof. And about it eating food and then vomiting it up again to give it to its kid.
It's like everything you need to know.
Is it?
Again, you've got like all of the elements, you've mixed them together. I love it. Okay, ask me your kashrut questions.
So what makes food kosher?
Oh, it's a good question. There's different things make different things kosher. Okay.
It's pretty vague.
Yeah. I'm going to keep things as vague as I can, and then I won't get anything wrong because I didn't prepare properly. Because kashrut stresses me out.
Okay, so animals.
Okay, what makes things... Okay, animals. What kind of animals?
So let's
Land, sea, or sky?
Let's start with land.
Okay. Land animals, you are correct. have to have split hooves and chew their cud. Chewing their cud is when they have like multiple stomachs, and part of their digestion process is like regurgitating what they've eaten, eating it again and swallowing it and back and forth. So cows apparently have like 4 stomachs.
Wow.
Which is what I've always heard from rabbis, but never from scientists. I don't know if it's true.
Do you want me to look it up?
Yeah, fact check.
Fact check.
Fact check. Pause
Okay.
stop the clocks.
Keep talking while I look it up.
So have to have split hooves and chew their cud. And that's the reason why, one of the reasons pigs are like, do they have 4 stomachs? It's loading.
Cows don't actually have multiple separate stomachs, but they have one stomach with 4 distinct compartments.
That's 4 stomachs.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Okay.
Thank you, rabbis. You have not failed me today. Okay, so the split hooves and they chew their cud.
Okay.
The reason why pigs are one of the most famously non-kosher
Or halal.
examples of an animal is because they have split hooves, right? So visibly from the outside, they look as though they could be kosher, but they don't have the chewing their cud part of things, so therefore they're not kosher. Other animals, I'm pretty sure that are the same. Camels maybe? I don't know. I can't remember. Yeah. But pigs are like famously only the split hooves, but they don't chew their cud.
Okay. So they don't have 4 compartments in their stomach.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a scientist.
Okay.
I'm not a pig scientist.
All right.
So that's what makes meat kosher, the animals.
Yeah. What about chicken?
Chicken, as a bird
Oh, okay.
of the sky,
Okay.
even though they don't fly.
Right.
There's a list of kosher and non-kosher birds. So that's really easy. You just look it up in the Torah, and if it says it there, you can eat it. If it doesn't say it, you can't eat it.
Do you have any idea how they got to that list in the first place?
Yeah, God said, write down these birds.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
There's lots of different theories. Some of them are like the birds that are listed as not kosher tend to be, I don't know what, it's not a war bird, but it's things like eagles and vultures, like sort of attack birds.
Right.
Birds of prey. That's what I'm
Okay.
thinking of. War birds.
Warbirds.
So those aren't kosher, but then chickens, duck, turkey, all kosher.
Okay.
There aren't that many birds, and I don't think they've discovered any new birds since what was written in the Torah of the list of things you can't eat.
So like rainbow lorikeets?
I don't know. I don't know if it's on the list or not.
Okay. Wouldn't you just love to get inside of God's brain and be like, what was she thinking when she put those things? Like, why hate split hooves so much? Or like,
so it's also interesting. There's 3 different kinds of Jewish law around, and mitzvot and all of the things we keep, right? One is we do it because it's historic testimony. So we keep the laws of Pesach because it reminds us of the time in history when we escaped Egypt. So it's connected to that. One of them is mishpat, is civil law, mishpatim, okay, which are laws between people that make sense that you would find probably in most organized societies. And then the third one is called chok, which just is like, we don't know the reason. And so it's things like kashrut. We're not given explicit reason behind why we do it. The reason is God says don't eat these things. And now we're like trying to figure out why, and people say it's healthier, right? Apparently bacon and pig products carcinogenic or something. Everyone's like, well, God knew it. And then the same with seafood, right? They're the garbage of the sea because they're along the ocean floor, and everyone's like, well, God knew it. I don't know. I think also it's probably ancient Israelites are a coastal people, or a lot of them are, because they're on the Mediterranean, and a lot of cultures around them who they were disagreeing with and fighting with were probably eating sea creatures.
right.
And a really big way to
Distinguish
yourself and separate from people you don't like are the things that you eat, right? And especially in a culture that is so surrounded by community and communal eating specifically, to say I'm not eating at your house because you eat this wrong thing is like a huge thing. Yeah.
I've noticed that even for the people who aren't religious, who are secular Jews, they still keep certain kashrut practices because they'd said, well, even if there wasn't God telling us what to do, it could have been that the Israelites were just like, well, that food keeps giving us food poisoning, so we're not going to eat that.
I think it's even if you don't believe in God, there is something really important about retaining cultural practice, and food is the thing that connects us to our ancestors, right?
Yeah.
So I think that it is as much an important cultural practice as it is a religious practice, which is why people draw their different lines in different places. I'm willing to go to a regular restaurant and I just won't eat the kosher meat because that's the thing that's important to me, but I'll eat a salad because that's fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But for some people that's not enough because there are other things that make things kosher.
Okay. So then we've covered meat, but then we get to this idea that you can't have
Missed fish.
Oh, sorry. But you mentioned it, that the stuff at the bottom of the ocean, like
So there's two different things. There's things you can't eat, which is seafood, lobsters, prawns, eel, thing like that. Oysters, another example. But the fish themselves have to have fins and scales.
Yeah.
And so there's lots of different fish that you can figure out if they're kosher or not just by looking at them as fish. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's about it.
What about mixing? You can have fish with milk, but you can't have meat with milk.
Yeah.
Because there's something I remember from primary school. It's offensive to cook a baby in its mother's milk.
Well, it's not that it's offensive. That's just the way that it's said in the Torah. Do not cook a kid in its mother's milk.
Okay.
And then the rabbis expand those laws, right? It's not just about one specific goat cooking it in one specific milk, but it's about all meat and milk products should be separate. And then you set up time like limits. So you wait between 3 to 6 hours usually between eating meat and then milk, which is why like parav dessert, like dairy-free desserts are so big in the Jewish community because if you want ice cream after dinner, but you're having steak for dinner, you need a parav ice cream.
Okay, so can you explain what parav is?
Parav is gender neutral. So you
it's
have
non-binary.
Yeah, you have chalavi in Hebrew or milchik in Yiddish, which just means it's dairy, and then you have fleischig or basar, Yiddish and Hebrew again, if it's meaty, and then if it's neither of those things, it's parav.
So an example of parav is egg.
Yeah.
Another example of parav is tofu.
Yes. Let's play this game.
Soy.
Name something else. Quick.
Jelly.
Actually, it depends what it's made of.
Okay.
Because if it's beef gelatin, then you can't have it because it's made of beef.
Right. See,
Trick question. Name something else. I'll tell you.
It's a fun game. So, and so you need to wait between 3 and 6 hours.
You're supposed to wait 6 hours, and then somewhere along the way, some communities started doing 3 hours, and there's one community, I think they're Dutch, wait 1 hour.
Okay.
And they're kind of the lowest. But it's between usually 3 and 6 as most people.
Because that's the amount of time people say it takes for your gut to digest the food.
Yeah, but it's also like ancient rabbis making this stuff
Right.
up, you know, or getting it from God.
I understand. Now, in some houses of really observant people around the world, you'll see that they not only will they not mix milk and meat, they'll have 2 separate sets of plates, cutlery, sinks, dishwashers.
So kashrut is the food you eat has a designated kosher, not kosher status, but also the utensils and the crockery that you use to make it can be kosher and not kosher. And they absorb the flavors. I'm going to keep doing this a lot, inverted commas, right? It absorbs the particles of meat or milk if you've heated something up on a plate or used it hot.
Okay.
But then it's really funny because heat is also applied to things like onion and garlic. Spicy things are considered heat as well. So if I chop a cold steak on a cutting board, technically that cutting board and that knife aren't meaty. But if I cut the steak and an onion at the same time, the onion's heat particles, spicy particles, cause the meaty particles to stick to the knife and the cutting board. Therefore, all of those things are now meaty.
Okay.
Your eyes have glazed over halfway through that.
No, it's just another question that I think I had in the Passover episode as well, which is like, how did we get from God saying you shouldn't cook a kid in its mother's milk to you cannot chop an onion with meat, and
No,
if
you can.
you can, but
do
then
it.
you can't, and you need 2 dishwashers. Like, how did it get
Because we have been discussing things to death for like 2,000 years. And in those discussions, we turn over every hypothetical situation to figure out what to do in situations. So we have multiple books telling us exactly how to live our life from the moment we wake up to the time we go to sleep. And that involves a lot of that time, especially for women historically, has been spent in the kitchen. So it makes sense that there are a lot of rules around what to do in the kitchen, you know?
I do, and I'm trying not to judge.
But there's also, dishwashers are a fairly new invention. Some people say you can use the dishwasher for both meat and milk, but that's only certain communities. Some people say you can use the same oven if you're wrapping all of your food in foil. That's different communities. Every Sephardi, Ashkenazi, there's huge differences between how they keep kosher. But everyone has those fundamental samenesses. You know, it's just like the little details otherwise.
Shoshana, selfishly, I'm hoping you can answer a question that no one has ever been able to answer.
I do have to say,
Yeah.
this is not a reflection on like what this episode is going to like turn out as.
Yeah.
You look like you're like, I'm talking kosher. You're just staring at me the most blank I've ever seen. It's like you took a gummy before this episode.
I did not take a gummy. I think it's the haircut. I think it's...
You're just distracted by your own haircut.
I am.
There's not even a mirror for you to be looking at. Wait, we don't have a monitor. You're just thinking about your haircut.
That's all I'm thinking
Oh,
about.
I just thought I was like, you know, cutting steak on a board, and you're just, and it's slowly turning into you going, wah, wah,
No,
wah, 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 like,
I'm joking about the haircut. It's all of that stuff. I try not to get too judgmental, but I'm just
you
like...
just like hate it.
Yeah.
People live their whole lives by it.
I know.
And then people have, completely separate dishes. I think there's going to be a huge change that we see in sort of our generations. I'm kidding, we're the same generation, but like, you know,
We're not.
micro-generationally different.
Yeah.
People are living in smaller and smaller apartments. So it's not feasible to have 2 ovens and dishwashers, and it's not feasible to have 2 of every single dish in your house. So like I have friends who in their apartment, they only have milk. Like they only eat dairy things. They don't have any meat unless they go out because they don't have the equipment or the space for it all.
It's also very expensive to
That's
buy
the other
kosher
part.
meat.
So we don't have the houses to fit it in. The cost of kosher food keeps going up and up and up. I think we're going to see a shift either in people relying on leniencies more than they used to, and like sort of doing away with how hardcore a lot of people are, or people are just going to stop doing it because it's just prohibitive sometimes. Like it's really hard as young people.
We're almost running out of time for this episode.
Oh, what's your big question? You had a big question that
which
no one's
I'm
ever
relieved
answered.
because I'm bored by this episode. Is that really not by you? I'm just...
I said we shouldn't do kashrut. I didn't want to discuss it.
I'm regretting this, but it's important. It's important. And a lot of people listen to this who...
Look, if you're bored by this episode, leave a review. Or if you've loved this episode and are really sad that we've spent a lot of it with Tammy just being bored by, just DM me. Message me directly.
I'm about to make this episode 1,000 times less boring because I'm about to drop a kashrut bombshell. And it's a family story.
Is this the question you have for me?
No, I just thought of it now.
Oh, okay.
Came back to me. Like muscle memory. Like
Is your mum going to be angry at you for sharing this?
maybe, yeah. Okay. So, do you know that I come from a long line of kosher butchers?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, all the way. My paternal grandfather and his brother started the first kosher butcher in Sydney.
Eilat or Hadassah? Which one?
It was another one. It
Oh,
was
there's
the
a third
first one.
What was it called?
Sussman. I think it was called Sussman.
Everything about this sounds like you are making it
No,
up.
I'm not. It was first, but those were those came later.
I don't know.
The Sussmans were the first.
Okay.
Okay. So my dad was kosher. When he met my mum, she was not kosher. And she was like, this is too expensive. This is annoying, because back then you couldn't just go to Coles to get your kosher meat.
Yeah.
And he was like, nah, like I can't not be kosher. My dad was the first one to like not be a kosher butcher. He, what's the word for when you like, you
Chopped.
No, you're like, he broke the cycle. He broke the cycle of kosher butchers.
Of trauma, yeah.
And then one day he's at an event with my mum. There's a butcher there who's not kosher. And he tells this guy, oh, my parents are kosher butchers, and they're talking about kosher meat. And this guy who's not a kosher butcher said, there was a kosher event, kosher catered event. They ran out of meat. They called me to supply the meat. And my mum looked at my dad and said, you see, you don't even know what you're getting is kosher. And so my dad said, fine, make the change at home, but just don't tell me when you're doing it. Like, I can't know when it's happening, but I won't eat kosher.
I want to know more about the event that took place with non-kosher meat.
I know. Isn't that a scandal? That is scandalous.
Scandal. There was a story in Montreal once because there's also certain parts of an animal you can't eat. So you're not supposed to eat like the back hind. The rump, right? And there's sort of a nerve that runs the way through that you're not supposed to eat. It's really hard to cut around, so you just don't eat like the sort of hind leg. And you're also not supposed to benefit from non-kosher food, meaning you're not supposed to sell it to anyone else. And there was this huge thing in Montreal years and years ago I remember hearing about. They were selling their rumps to non-kosher butchers or restaurants and things like that.
Good on them.
And they got in so much trouble for it.
I respect that. Anyway,
Respect.
the big
What's the question
that I have for you, which no one has ever been able to answer.
I'll see if I can change that.
So you can't cook a kid in its mother's milk, but you can eat a chicken omelette when an egg is technically a chicken miscarriage.
I can answer
that
this for
is
you
more
easily.
offensive.
Chickens weren't considered meat until later on in the fact. So it used to be that chickens were designated parv. And then for whatever reason, I could not tell you the specifics, but along the way, chicken and bird meat has come to be considered meat, like basar or fleishich. And so my answer to you would be that they were just two parv things together. One of them was changed. Like that's the answer. It's seen as like a lesser being type, like live being type than a mammal.
So can we make chickens parv again? Can we start a movement?
Make chickens parv again.
Yes.
No.
All right. But do you see the logic? Like an egg it's like a chicken period.
I think that it's about sort of trying to designate different levels of being and I guess animal intellect, if that makes sense.
Right.
And I think that even back in the day, rabbis could look at cows and feel more kinship to a cow and see it as a more complex being than, say, a chicken or fish.
Oh.
So fish is still parv as well, right? Like fish isn't considered meat either.
You're right.
And so I think that's a lot to do with it.
Do you think it's just that one rabbi formed a connection with a chicken and was like, you are smart? Do you reckon that's how it started?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I can't remember the reason. But I think that it's really interesting that a lot of animals who we know to be real, like we know that elephants are really, really smart. We can't eat elephants. And octopus are really, really, really smart as well. Sorry that you shuddered because you hate the tentacles. But also we don't eat them. I think that there's maybe something connected to the idea of the complexity of the animal, the complexity of their thought. Gonna get angry vegan emails. All animals are smart. All animals have complex inner lives. How dare you?
Do you know any South African vegans?
Yeah, probably one.
Okay.
I just in my head, like the angry complaining voice is a South African one.
We are cutting that out
Why?
because we will lose even more followers.
What do you mean? I say that with all the love in my heart.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
We're cutting that out. All right. Very good.
I double dare you to leave it in. I double dog dare you. Leave it in.
All right, looks like I'm leaving it in.
Yeah.
It's time for our favourite segment, Shame in the Shtetl.
Oh, okay, nice.
Today's...
That was ASMR for paper.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Today's screenshot
This is my favorite.
comes not from a Facebook
No.
group, but we're branching out to WhatsApp groups.
Yes.
So this is from a WhatsApp group in a suburb of a state in a country, but we can't.
If I get kicked out of this group, I'm leaving the podcast. So we are anonymizing this to the max. This may or may not take place in a country, state, and suburb.
In a magical land. Okay. And what was the group set up for?
The group is set up as a buy, sell, swap group. And
Okay.
so you can post anything you have that you want to get rid of from your home and someone will come and collect it probably. Sometimes they pay for it. Sometimes they'll just take it.
Okay.
But because they're Jews.
I was going to say, is it a Jewish group?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's anything. Sunglasses, you have a pair of sunglasses. I have a bag I'm getting rid of, tables, chairs, whatever it is. But then sometimes because it's Jews, people go crazy. So one the other day was like, that someone sent me a photo of was like a half jar of cream, like hand cream, recently opened, not very used. Or I've seen ones before that people have shown me of like medication, only one taken out, no longer needed. And I'm like, oh my God. Anyway, this one's my personal favorite that I've seen.
What is it?
Half bottle of Coke, free pickup from anonymous Jewish suburb.
Why? Why is someone giving away half a bottle of Coke?
I love it because it is in fact half. And then there's also a photo attached of half a bottle of Coke. I love it because Coke for me is one of the things that it goes bad if you don't drink it really. It goes non-fizzy after a while. So it's a ticking time bomb.
So you don't think this is a joke?
Oh no, this is 1000% serious.
I thought it was a joke. I thought
No.
someone's trolling this
No.
group.
No, I've seen before people have sent me photos of half a tray of chicken cutlets cooked on a barbecue and someone else has taken it. Tray of cooked hot dogs. I didn't eat them all at the party. Someone's taken it.
Is
I
it
love
a
it.
Jewish thing? Because we don't
Buy
like
sell
waste?
swap in generals are a non-Jewish thing. They exist everywhere. But I
Yeah.
think the level of insanity they reach is definitely a Jewish thing. One time I went and picked something up from someone's house because of one of these groups. And I think it was like a bag of cucumbers that they had bought too many or something. And I was like, yeah, I'll make some pickles. And then they messaged me. They're like, hey, I also got too much garlic. Do you want some? So then they just added the garlic in for free.
Amazing.
And I went to their house and it was on their doorstep. I loved it. It always looks like you're robbing someone. You just like go into their front yard like yoink and then walk away. I love it. But they do get crazy.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
This is absolutely crazy. How do you don't know if one of the kids in this household hasn't taken a swig straight from the bottle.
It's true. That's just the
Gross.
risk that you have to be willing to take in a buy, sell, swap group, I guess.
Thank you so much for listening. That's it for today's show.
You've been watching and or listening to Ashamed to Admit with me, Shoshana Gottlieb Becker, and this person, Tammy Sussman, from a long line of kosher butchers.
This episode was brought to you by the Jewish Independent with Alleyway Productions. The vocalist in our theme song is Sara Yael. More credits in the show notes. More half bottles of Coke in the show notes.
Hey, if you enjoyed this episode, share it around and give it a positive review.
Send it to the people at DJ&A Kosher Products.
And say, hey, I think you should sponsor this podcast.
Thank you so much and see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.